Hello, welcome to Level Mathematics tutorial with Tam. Today we'll be dealing with logic operations and symbols. Logic operations, we have not, and, or, if then, if and only if. Not is represented with this symbol, and is represented with this symbol, or is represented with this symbol, if then is represented with this symbol, and if and only if is represented with this symbol. Please don't mix and all together, because and and or are similar. And is this way, while or is the inverted form of and also if then and if only if, don't mix it together. If then has only one arrow, while if and only if has two arrow. Logic operations. Not x is written like this. Not itself is dash, so not x will be x with dash on top. And itself is like this with this symbol, so x and y will be written like this, either x or y, or is this symbol, so either x or y. If x then y, if and only if then is in this symbol, so if x then y should be written like this, and x if and only if y, if and only if is like this, two arrow. So to write this logic operation, it will be x if and only if y. The logic operation can be summarized into negation, which means false, that is not. It also means not. Conjunction, which means multiplication, it also means and in this symbol. Disjunction, which means addition, it also means not. And implication, which means if and only if. Why by implication is represented with this symbol. So negation of x, let's say if the first operation is true, the second will be what? False. That means the inverse of it. So if you say that will be what? False. Let's say x true, x false. So conjunction, it is multiplication, while disjunction, addition, implication, when same input will give us what? True. But if the first input is true, the second will be what? False. Now let's solve some example related to this. Conjunction means multiplication, so x and y, true times true will give us true, true times false will give us false, false times true will give us false, false times false will give us false. You can also use, instead of using true false, you can use 1 and 0. Let's use this for the disjunction. Disjunction, we'll say 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 0. Instead of using true, this true is starting for 0, and this false is true is standing for 1, and false is standing for 0. So now this conjunction means addition. 1 plus 1 will give us 2, but logic operations are numbers between 0 and 1, so we can't write 2. You will write what? 1. So 1 plus 0 1, 0 plus 1 1, 0 plus 0 0. According to the rule, if they have the same input, it will give us 2. True plus true will give us true. They have the same input, 0 0, we get 0. But since they have different outputs, the first one is giving us 1, the second one 0, the first one 0, the second one 1. Now we will check the first input. If the first input is true, we must get what? False. But this one, the first input is 0, so the output will be what? True. Now let's come here. They have the same input and output, so it will give 1. 0 0, it will give us 1. Now since 0 and 1 and 0 and 1, they are not the same, so we will write 0 0. So that's all for now.